In just 1 year, we have seen government slashing income tax, cut GST rates, and even RBI reduced repo rates. On paper, that looks like a huge revenue loss for government. So why would government do that? And what is the real goal behind this big gamble? So before I explain anything, let me show you this chart that shows where the government gets its revenue and where does it spend it. Now, the major sources of revenue are only three, which is direct tax, indirect tax, and corporate tax. So if the government faces a revenue loss in this, it's a very big hit, one that can create significant uncertainty in India's economy as well as government finances. The first thing we saw was direct tax cut, no tax up to 12 lakh. Now that's not a small amount. It will lead a revenue loss of 1 lakh crore. The second thing we saw was GST cuts, almost 48,000 crore revenue given up, but why? And the third one is repo rate cut by RBI, cheaper money for everyone. Business can borrow at lower cost. Household can take loans for homes, cars, education, even for consumption. But why would any government willingly lose 3% of its revenue? Now put all the moves together, the government is basically saying we'll take a revenue hit today, but if we can revive demand, growth will pay us back tomorrow. Because here is the chain reaction they are betting on: more disposable income plus lower GST, it will lead higher consumption. Higher consumption will lead corporates to see more demand. To meet this demand, corporates invest in factories, capacities, and jobs. Investments and job will lead more demand, and result GDP growth goes above 7%. And when GDP grows, even at lower tax rate, government collect more in absolute terms, and that's a long-term bet. But here is a risk in this strategy. What if people don't spend and instead they save? What if corporates don't cut prices or don't expand capacity and just pocket the benefits? Then demand won't be revived as much as expected. In that case, government loses over 3% of its revenue and does not even get growth that it wanted. Now, some of you may say, why would they save? They will just invest. But that's not how behavioral economics work. Even when disposable income rises and borrowing is cheap, household may save rather than they spend due to precautionary motives, habit, or uncertainty. Similarly, corporates may retain gains instead of investing. This reflect loss aversion and risk averse behavior. People prefer security over immediate consumption, which can dampen the intended stimulus effect on demand and growth. So, real goal behind all this is not a charity; it's a calculated growth gamble. Sacrifice revenue today, pump money into household, make credit cheaper, and hope that demand triggers a new investment cycle. If that works, it's a great growth story, but if it doesn't, it would be a fiscal headache for government.